town. Bottles bubbling, shades of brown. With a wink, he'll sell you dreams. Potion man's got magic schemes. Potion man with your reasonable price. Mixing spells and a pinch of spice. Magic scrolls if you're feeling bold. A wizard's heart, a story untold. Behind the counter his cauldron steams. A dash of hope, a pinch of dreams. He hums a tune as he brews the night, turning darkness into light. Potion man with your reasonable price. Mixing spells and a pinch of spice. Magic scrolls if you're feeling bold. A wizard's heart, a story untold. He'll fix your luck with a crimson brew, or sell a scroll to make skies blue. In his hands the world takes form, a potion to weather any storm. Late at night when the shop is dim, he whispers secrets to the wind. Potion man with his careful art, brewing wonder straight from the heart. Potion man with your reasonable price. Mixing spells and a pinch of spice. Magic scrolls if you're feeling bold. A wizard's heart, a story untold. Hey, hey.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield, and today is our Halloween storytelling event by the Campfire. So I hope you're having a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth. Thought I'd start with a creepy, scary version of my camera. So anyway, welcome everyone, welcome indeed. Let me make sure you guys can hear everything. It looks like you can, that's wonderful. We're gonna have some fun today. I'm gonna actually turn on the lights now here. Woo! Alright, so anyway, welcome guys. And we are gonna have a blast today. I'm gonna explain everything when I bring up open the Discord so everyone else can hear me through the Discord as well if they're listening through there. What's up everybody? What's up? Welcome. Now I'm actually gonna turn on a few more lights here just so I have a little bit more. There we go, like that. And I need this other one on too as well. All right, there we go. We're set and ready to go. So welcome everyone. Let me bring in the stream here and I will explain welcome to the event today. So here is where our event will be held. All right. All right, everyone. So I'm going to bring everybody in here. Can I just get one little test in the Discord? Beth, would you mind just saying something real quick?
Beth, will you say something real quick?
There, beautiful. All right, that's perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to talk. Now, no one say anything. No, just teasing. So this is our event today, our Halloween storytelling event here. We're doing it kind of a week early because, you know, usually on the weekend people are just with their families or traveling or things like that. So we'll be doing this here today. We got a bunch of people here in game. We have a bunch in the stream already. Welcome. We got 14, 15 people already in the streams. And we're going to have a lot of fun. So here's kind of our overarching goal. The event tonight is so we can just have a fun time. We can just say stories. and enjoy ourselves, you know, express yourself, have fun doing your story. You've all already read the basic rules. I just don't want anything crude or stuff, you know, or too gory. But, you know, it's Halloween, so you can do scary things. I know most of you have written your stories that are going to join it, and then people who are joining the listening, so we appreciate all of the listeners, of course. And we are going to have one special thing in the Discord later that me and Beth talked about, where we are going to have a little, like, crowd favorite. So if you watched the stream, or you were in-game, or you're listening here in Discord, actually, or doing stories, make sure you go over to the Discord and vote on your favorite out of the stories. We'll put the list of names who did the stories, and we just ask that you did listen to the stories. Even if you listen later as a video, I'll leave it open, the poll, for like 3 or 4 days, so people can have a chance to catch up in case you're in European time zone, and we know it's the middle of the night for them. So with that, my friends, again, thank you so much for being here, everybody. Beth, thank you for helping co-lead the event today. We'll have a lot of fun, and we are going to have a blast. So basically how we're going to do this is we're just going to have stories, one after the other, fun different stories. We're going to listen to them. I'm going to read some of them for people who want me to read them. Some people are going to read it themselves. And this is mostly only a Kinship in-game event for today, but we are happy to have everyone else here listening and enjoying the event. And no, you do not have to be a Kinship member necessarily to vote in the Discord. As long as you've watched the thing and you're a part of our community, you can join in on that. Which was your favorite story kind of thing. All right, so with that, what we're going to do is, Mr. Hammer, we're going to put your story somewhere right in the middle of our stories. So we have a couple different members who are going to do stories. I'll probably do a little tiny story myself here. And then we have Mr. Hammer who's going to do a story. Beth is going to do a story. I think, Elf Friend, you're going to do a story for us, right? And then how many others do we have today that are going to do a story?
Yeah.
One. Yeah, all right. So that's 4, and I think that we had a 5th one, right, Beth? We had one other person who was going to do one. So we will.
I thought, well, between you, me, John, and Elfred, I thought that was the 4.
That was 4.
But
okay, perfect.
Certainly, if you have a story, a poem, something like that you would like to read that is Halloween themed, you are certainly welcome to join us.
Yes, absolutely. And even if it's just like, you know, a little scary, it's like Lord of the Rings or something, that's totally fine as well. So anyway, welcome, guys, welcome. All right, so I think what we'll start out with is, I guess I will start with my story. How does that sound? Should we start with mine and then we'll move into it? Now, I technically had some effects. I thought we could adjust and affect the lighting of the arena. So I am actually going to, 1 second here, now that you're all here enjoying yourselves, keep drinking your tea. I am going to turn off the lights for a minute. Let's see how it looks. If it's too dark, we'll turn them back on. But I had this all set up in mind ahead.
Now, Zollin, when you say you have a scary story, this isn't the one about the time that you noticed some hairs in your sink and you thought you were going beard bald.
It is not. That would be funny to add into a story. All right, there we go. We are in more of a dark effect now here, and I've got my little light here. So I will do my best to be a good cameraman here for everyone watching the stream, as well as, so we'll do it kind of like this so everyone can see everybody. All right. So, as your leader, Zollin Ironshield, I'd like to tell you the first story. It's a story of an old friend of mine. His nickname was Potion Man. But this story is a little scarier and a little darker than other stories of the past. This story begins one late night in Mossward, where he was working on potions late into the night. And he was working for a dwarf friend of his. Maybe no particular dwarf in the story, but he was working on potions for him. He was working on health potions. Potions to heal, to fix wounds. And his friend would always send him letters. These letters would come into the mail by a carrier bird. I guess it usually was a pigeon. But he'd bring those in, and he'd get orders from the different dwarven clans. And they would order his health potions. So he was working heavily. He got several orders out over the month. About 2 or 3 boxes of health potions, maybe 30 or 40. And he'd send those off. A certain scoundrel-looking man would come along and pick up these potions. He didn't really think much of it. There's a lot of people who do traveling merchant work that don't look too, let's say, friendly. But he would take these potions, and he would travel off and deliver them to the dwarves. He would then get, letters saying that they got the potions, so he was like, good. And he would get his money sent to him at a normal, regular intervals every other month. About 4 months into this, one night, he was finishing his potions, and he just got a bad feeling. He just got a feeling that maybe he should be double-checking where these potions are going. Are they really going to his friends, the dwarves? Or was this guy taking them to more sketchy clients? Later on, there were some soldiers out around Mossward fighting off some goblins. They were trying to figure out why these goblins kept healing so quickly over the years. And one day they found a potion on the ground. It had the label of Potion Man's shop on it. This was, of course, very concerning. They were thinking Potion Man, maybe he was a traitor. Maybe he was giving potions to the goblins. Maybe the potions were stolen on the traveling to the dwarves. So they brought the potion to Potion Man. Potion Man, being very nervous about this, immediately set out with his horse. He got 2 of his best potion makers, who helped him usually, and 2 guards, and they rode off to travel to Thorin's Hall to talk with the dwarves. When he got to the dwarves said they indeed did get potions. They had always ordered potions every 3 months. At this moment, there was a sinking feeling in Potion Man's mind. Every 3 months? He did potions every month. Every month! He sent out a potion order to the dwarves. He then realized that the scoundrel who had been bringing the potions back and forth, he was the culprit! He had been selling off potions to unsavory folk, who there, in turn, were selling them off to goblins. Which, again, for a true potion master, that is the worst possible thing you can have happen, to find out that your healing potions were being misused by the lowest of creatures. So at this point, he knew he had to do something. He talked with the dwarves immediately, and they did find out indeed that they had not got nearly as many potions as Potion Man has been making over the past 6 months, as we said at the beginning. So as they traveled to try to figure out the differences, a group of dwarves went out with Potion Man, and they found one of the goblin camps. They did indeed find one of Potion Man's boxes there, with some of the potions still in there, and most of them used. So they knew this is how the goblins had been being healed over the past 4 months. They'd been somehow getting these potions. The first thing that Potion Man thought of next was then, of course, it must have been the delivery man. He must be the culprit behind all of this. They found the delivery man in the tavern of the Prancing Pony, in the Breland Tavern. And when they found him and they confronted him, a group of dwarves and humans, he was terrified. He was like, I didn't do it. I didn't give those potions to the goblins. I never would do that. I always sold them to the next guy, and he would bring them all the way. And they were like, who's the next guy? So he told them it was a figure in a black hooded cloak, and he would always be there, just outside of Thorn's Hall, in the Vales of Thrain, there waiting to collect the potions. He always gave the money. He was always there on time. He did have a very dark air about him, is what the very scary man said, which, if you know a scary guy is terrified of something, that's probably not necessarily a good thing. So, at that point, they're like, who is this man? So they went into the mountains of the Vales of Thrain to figure out the end of the story. And they wanted to clear the man's name. Was the man lying? Was this really a gentleman there? When they got into the mountains, it was dark. It was snowing and raining. It was a hailstorm mixed with rain. It's a horrible feeling. Their armor was frozen. Their beards were shaking. They were very, very cold. Potion Man was doing his best to use some potions to help, fix the situation, but it wasn't really helping too much. As they got up there, they found a very scary area. The aura and dread filled their hearts. They saw some goblins, which were that were easy dispatched. It was no big deal at all to kill the goblins. But as they got up to this one spot, they saw the hooded figure. He was there, standing there. A very dark, hooded, evil creature. he stared at them with glowing red eyes when he flipped off his hood. It was an undead Gauntlord who had been the one buying the potions, and he had been the one delivering them to the goblins. It was his plan all along to kill the dwarves of the mountains and misuse Potion Man's potions for the evil plan that he was trying to get at. So at that point, they then fought with the Gauntlord. It was a terrible fight. In the end, Potion Man was the one who actually was able to defeat him. Potion Man had a special potion he created, a hope potion, which he threw at the Gauntlord. It would normally give great hope to any free peoples, but he was like, maybe this will work on a Gauntlord, and it did the opposite effect. It burnt the Gauntlord terribly. He was so absolutely wounded that his spirit was expelled from his evil form, and he vanished into the air with a lump of flesh on the floor. So, at that point, they knew the end of the story. They knew the human was not, even though, of course, the human was not being very good to double-check his who he was handing off the merchandise to, but we now know that the Gauntlord was intercepting the whole time! He was intercepting the mail from Potion Man of the Dwarves, and he was purposely letting some potions get to the dwarves, but he was taking 3/4 of them to deliver to his evil minions, the goblins of the Thorin's Hall, Vales of Thranduil area. Or, sorry, Thrain. Vale of Thrain. So anyway, that is the end of the story. Potion Man and the dwarves threw a big party in Thorin's Hall when they figured it out. And from then on, the dwarves sent their own messengers to pick up the potions from Mossward. And that concludes our end of our story. It was a terrifying adventure. Potion Man had never really left the house that much, but he did succeed in saving many peoples, including the dwarves and the free peoples. And in the end, his potions are what saved the day. So that is the story of Potion Man's adventures with the evil Gauntlord stealing his potions. All right, thank you. Hope you did enjoy.
Very nice.
All right, yes,
Very
that was our
nice.
beginning story.
Great Potion Man.
Good, I'm glad you, yes, we had to have a Potion Man story. So, I'll just tell you guys right now, I made that up on the spot. All right, so we're going to go on to the next person here.
I think that I should mention something that I've heard in addition to that story, is that not only did the Gauntlord misuse the potions, but his prices were not reasonable.
No, they were not. He was having the goblins give him everything, including their lives. And we don't really care for goblins much, but, you know, that is a very, very good point. That's a very good point indeed, Glain. All right, I love it. They never are. They never are very reasonable. Potion Man's a pretty reasonable guy, but Gauntlord's not so much. All right. Tortoises kill goblins. Yes, they do. Indeed, they do. All right. So with that, my friends, we will move on to the next story. Why don't we have Elfriend? Would you like to say your story next? And then we'll have John and then Beth. Oh, Elfriend is not in Discord anymore. So maybe we will just move on to John's story. John, are you ready to do your story, sir? I will walk off stage here. All right, so let me get up my chat box real quick, John, so I can read this. So here is the chat box. We're gonna have it right here over the stuff, so I can read the story while we watch John do his stuff here. All right. There we go. Elfriend is back. So, Elfriend, we'll have you do your story after. The horrifying tale of the Crooked. Excuse me, I said it wrong. The Hookah Crooked 3, the Pie of Destiny. All right, here we go. 2 years ago, a hobbit lad and hobbit lass had a terrible fight on the harvest night. While sitting in their piloted cot, before they were able to sample any of the delectables, they encountered the rogue, one-handed goblin Crooked. Only their good hobbit sense and quick-footed pony saved their pies from an awful fate. All right. Just last year, an assembly of young hobbity gathered for a secret midnight party at the Matham House had a close encounter of their own with the lop-limbered malefactor, while the tweens escaped sorry, I should make this a little bit bigger. Injury, the same cannot be said for their pies. None have seen nor heard of Kukad in these many months. Nary a sign of him, except perhaps an unusual low croak in the moors outside Frogmorton or the Needlehall. Surely those sounds came from a large hopper, and not the cook-handed pie-snatching, hobbit-menacing goblin Krukad, surely. Such big words for a bear. Oh, look! There's Garabert, Pursvinka, Took, exclaimed excitedly to her cousin, Isbarn and Imbert, I'm sorry, I'm butchering some of these names, seated to her left. They looked at her and she pointed. There he is! The two lads and the others seated nearby, so encouraged, spied the, you're making me work here, spied the aforementioned Gerbert Took, taking his place at the long, high table placed front of Mickledelving market halls. All right. Pervinsa noted that several other hobbits had already claimed a spot at the front table. Longburrow, Pola Proudfoot, Hending Gamgee, and Irish Chubb stood expectantly facing the assembled hobbitry. Garabert found a space between Hending and Iris, and looked out at the many hobbits seated before him in the assorted simple chairs and benches that had been set for the occasion. Where the craft fair would be found on most days, the area was well lit with many lamps, lanterns, and torches, battling the gentle autumn breeze to hold back the darkness of the evening. Just as Garabert settled on his heels, murmuring went up among the hobbits before him, with many in the crowd craning their necks and fro or standing and turning to look around. Yes, cried Pervisia. It's him! Erno Bracekirtle has come! She pointed towards the back of the crowd, and all turned or stood to look behind them. There he was, Erno Bracekirtle, the winner of the grand prize of the annual Allshire Harvest pie-eating contest for the last 6 years running. While in most ways he was much like any other hobbit assembled there in Mickledelving, he was of most unusual size, not in height, in which he was quite unamusing. Yet sideways, he made up the width of four of his more modestly filled fellows. A wave of polite applause broke out in the crowd. Ernor, even appreciative, excuse me, my eyes are having a little troubles with some of these words. I need to make it a little bit bigger, I think. Appreciative of his fans and admirers, smiled and waved, accepting with all the grace he could muster the approval of his fellow hobbits. As the applause continued, Erno Baggin, making his way towards the front table, as he did so, the crowd began to chat. Boo, boom, ba pa, boom, ba pa, boom, pa pa, boom. In time with Erno's steps, Erno's smile grew wider and his waves more energetic, taking a step with each boom. And pa-pa, ba-pa, chanted by the crowd until he had taken a spot in the middle of the table. Facing his enthusiastic fans, between Gerbert and Hending, Iris, Longo, and Polo, even though they were to be his companions competitors for this year's event participated in the applause and chanting with as much gusto as any other hobbit there. Erno was a legend and a celebrity, even if for one night a year. A recognized expert and consummate professional who was the best at what he did. And what he did was eat pies. With the final contest in place, it was time to begin. Mayor Will Whitefoot stood from his front row chair and turned to address the assembly. My good hobbits. He began, but before another word could pass in his lips, there was a loud croak from the darkness behind the back row, and the guttural voice called out, Can anyone enter this contest? Into the space between the neat columns of seated hobbits stepped a sight both horrific and peculiar. A creature much like a hobbit, but taller, leaner, gray of skin, with large pale eyes, dressed in what appeared to be a bit of leather, and chain strapped around armor with dirty rags stuffed into the gaps, holding the horrible haberdashery together. With a long curved sword in one hand, and in the other, there wasn't another hand, but a wicked looking hook, which flashed in the light from the torches and the lamps. Oh. Hobbits gasped. Hobbits screamed. The mayor, old Flum Dumbling, fainted, dead away. The entire assembly, even bolstered of them, was fully taken aback by the appearance in the very flesh of what all the Shire had always treated as an old Gammer's tale, a child's story, a boogeyman to invoke to keep the children in line. It was Hookok, the crooked, hook-handed goblin himself. Now see here, you lot, Hookok gasped, and out as he let fly a hack of phlegm and walked towards the front table. I know how this works. The ones at the table, the crooked creature waved his hook at the contestants, are fed as many pies as they can eat. Well, Hookok went on, tonight you'll be satisfying my appetite. A long tongue snaked out of the slithered across his fishy lips, causing more screams, and several more hobbits joined Mayor Will in unconscious insensibility, one way or the other. Hookok pushed his way to the table. The contestants, entranced, shrank away from him, but there were otherwise frozen, and the goblin took his place between Gerbert and Erno, quite uncomfortable close to Erno. Well, squeaked the Ichthroid interloper, bring on the pies! Slamming his curved sword upon the table in front of him, many of the nearest hobbits, including all those at the table with the goblin, jumped and startled. The creature cackled at the reaction. Not knowing what else to do, the contestant servers brought up platters of pies to the large table and placed them in front of each contestant. Pork pies, partridge pies, chicken pies, beef pies, rhubarb pies, apple pies, cherry pies, pumpkin pies, oatmeal pies, cheese pies, butter pies, carrot pies, and many more. The churlish goblin immediately began eating the pies before him, forcing the food through his gash of a mouth faster than he could even swallow, even filling the crust over his face. All the hobbits, save those yet recovered from their fainting spells, looked aghast. In only a moment of this singular gluttony, however, Hooked paused. Pulling his hand away from his face, he gulped down his last bite, and his hook to wipe his face. And he looked to his left and his right as the stunned hobbits sharing the table. Duck gasps. What do you think you're doing? The fool fiend barked, spraying bits of pie in the air. You're supposed to be eating, so eat! Not knowing what else to do, Longo, Polo, Gerbert, Hending, Ernor, and Iris each picked up a pie and gently began to eat. No! Faster! Eat as if you mean it! Croaked Hookrock, and picked up his sword. Or you'll be on my menu next! The 6 hobbits began consuming the pies at a briskly pace. Satisfied, the hooked-handed goblin replaced his sword on the table and returned to his previous disgusting display of dessert destruction. For such a scrawny and unhealthy-looking creature, the Veracity Vandal was stucking away a truly voluptuous amount of victuals. The pies disappeared quickly from the platter before him. Those seated to the left and right were, however, hobbits, and even in their fright managed to keep up with him. I wonder, thought Erno to himself, I wonder what this vile villain is going to do when the contest is over. He pushed a pie into his mouth, chewed, swallowed, and reached for another. Will he leave if he wins? Another pie disappeared into Arno's orifice. What if he loses? A pie in each hand, Arno swallowed them each with one gulp. Oh my gosh. What if he run out of pies before he is satisfied? Erno looked out upon the still members of the audience, silent and staring back in his direction, and their gaze firmly locked on the gluttonous goblin. He might start thinking about other meats, and he knew what he had to do. Erno finished the platter of pies and called for another, faster than he even had before. He wolfed them down. Took a swig of water from a tumbler near his place at the table and called for another, then another, and another. He lost count of the number of platters he wiped clean, let alone the number of pies. At some length, Erno finally reached his limit, but he did not stop. Another platter, more pies, until he was well beyond even his salient of excuse me, having a brain freeze here. Satiation. One more pie. One more. Yet another. Erno continued eating until his engorged gullet could take no more. And then he took the final bite. One final pie. He turned his left towards Hending and let fly a sickening slurry of particulate, disgusted pie filling and pie crust exploded forcefully from Erno and covered both Hending and the table. Ew, that's disgusting. This caused the also overstuffed Hending to likewise begin to, barf, and the 2 hobbits together spewed forth upon themselves, each other, the table, and the first row of spectators seated before them. Seeing this, the similarly engorged Iris, Longo, and Gerbert, and Polos also began spewing heavy and uncontrollably. The entire first row of hobbits were covered in the most unsavory fashion. All the hobbits in the crowd of spectators saw this, and since they were all hobbits, they had not come to this contest hungry themselves, but had enjoyed their breakfast, 11 C's luncheons, afternoon tea, and other meals, all of which, from all of those watching, began coming back the way it got in earlier. Oh no, this is horrible. It was a total barfalrama. Gross. Oh, nasty. What is wrong with you halflings? Screeched Kukad, standing in furious, wiping what was once delicious pie from his face, though, enough so that you could see all, as though all about him continued to forcefully erupt. I try to be nice. I try to be part of the community. He stood and grabbed his sword that began swiftly stacking around the table and down the arrays between the columns of spouting hobbits. But I see now, I'm better off staying in the swamps. Even the slugs have better manners than this. And with a final croak, he vanished into the darkness. In days to come, the frightful and loathsome memory of the harvest math night would fade, but all Shire residents forever would feel a pall of odious trepidation whenever a particular plaintive croak would be heard from the rush rock bog of the Frog Moors. For while surely such sounds from the extra large and extra loud frogs or toads now all wondered, might it be the call of the hook-handed goblin returning for more pies or for revenge? If Zollin doesn't ban me for this story, perhaps he will find out next year. Otherwise, the end. Oh, yay! Great job, Mr. Hammer. That was a good story. Oh, man. Definitely don't eat when you listen to this story, but... Oh, my gosh. All right. Thank you, Mr. Hammer. All right. Great job. All right. So, with that, you guys... that was a great story. We are actually already 40 minutes from our event, so great job with the stories, guys. So what I think we'll do next is, I think, Elf Friend, if you're ready to do your story, are you here in game with us? Or are you just gonna in Discord talk?
Just in talk right now.
All right, that sounds.
I can figure out how to get there.
Oh no, that's all right. We could even is anyone a captain? Because we could summon her. She's in the Lone Lands right now.
You can't summon into a housing neighborhood.
Oh,
Sorry.
you're right.
But it's very easy to do. And if you open up the Kinship panel, just hit O on your keyboard and find Zollin's name. Click on it once.
Okay.
And after you click on Zollin's name, go near the bottom and click on the visit button.
Okay. I'm kinda...
And then you'll start teleporting.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And thank you to everybody who came to listen to our stories, both in stream and in game. I love I mean, we got a really great turnout. There's like 15 of us here in game too, so appreciate that. What we're gonna do, by the way, after our stories, once don't worry, Elf Friend, I'm gonna talk for a minute, so we'll wait for you to get here. We are going to we'll probably do a little like trick or treat event. Maybe Mr. Hammer, you could talk about how that event works for those who might not know. Because I know you have all of the things in our Kinship house. We could just do it there, or we could walk around the neighborhood a little bit here for fun. Whatever. I like that it started raining in the game, because like that was like part of my story. It just starts raining. Lily has her doormat. Yeah, we could definitely do that. All right. What is your character's name, Elf Friend, in game in our Kinship? I'm looking right now.
I have two. Yes, Julian. Yeah, that one. I'll use that one. Oh.
Alrighty, no worries.
Huh?
Did it work, Elf Friend? Were you able to teleport over?
Type in the... Oh, it's kind of going to... Oh, So type in the O from where?
So just click when you're logged in, right? In game.
Yeah.
Just hit O and it's gonna bring up what's called the Kinship panel. If you're watching my stream, I can show you. I know you're learning the
Okay.
game. You just got into it, but when you get to O, it's gonna bring up. Go to the tab that says Kinship in the middle. Make sure it's on that one, not fellow. And then hover my name.
Yeah.
Just hover Zollin. And then when you hover Zollin, there's a visit button that shows up at the very bottom. It's called visit. And then just wait a second, because your character will teleport to my house.
I could get my all in just to, I'll get my all in just to, for that. I mean, my story's based on my main, so that would be
Whatever you can come with your alt, that's fine, or your main. That's totally fine. Whatever makes it more fun for you.
Yeah, though my story's it's not working on my main. I'm seeing if it work on my alt, but my story's based on my main. So.
Maybe could it have a cooldown, John, if she used a map recently? Is it tied
what's
to
the name
another?
of your character?
Oh, I have two.
What's the name of the character you're logged into right now?
Yeah.
Right now. Should I type it in? Or
Sure, type it in.
It's just fine.
You can just say it.
and I have my alt is okay, I'll go in my main though, because that's my story's based on.
Sure, whichever character is easier. As soon as you logged in, tell me the name of the character.
Okay, I logged in, so I'm going Australian, ESTRELLIEN.
Okay, you're not in the Kinship. I'm going to invite you to the Kinship right now.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, okay.
Unless you've
That
been
makes
having trouble.
that makes sense. No wonder you couldn't find it.
Let's see. Elfriend, did you set your character to be anonymous?
Oh, I didn't know that. No, I did not.
Okay, there you go. So you have an invite to the Kinship, so click on OK and join the Kinship.
And there should be a little button that popped up. Just say yes.
Where? Oh.
Somewhere on your screen, it'll
Oh.
say, "Do you want to join?" and yes or no, and just say yes.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It should still be on your screen.
So here's what I'm thinking for a second. We're gonna do something else for a second. John, would you mind? I'm gonna put you and Elfriend in
that's
the
fine.
other chat for a second, and then I will not start another story without you, John. Just if you want to help her for a minute, and then I'm gonna do something here.
Sure.
All right. So, while we're waiting there, my friends, we are going to talk about some future fun things here on the channel. All right. So a little intermission here for a minute. If anyone needs a little bathroom break, this is a great time for people in person here. We will probably start up in less than 5 minutes again. So later on, we are going to continue to do like fun events like this. So I'm trying to do this more for our Kinship with events, and it's fun to be able to do it with the channel as well, so everyone can kind of join in with us. Mainly, the big ones that I'm going to always kind of focus on is we're always going to do this fun event. We're always going to do Doran's Day, which are very close to each other, obviously. And then we're also going to probably be doing a Christmas party as well, like we did the last few times. So, and I will give you more details on that later. Those are the only ones I've really ever focused on because a lot of people do that. Like Thanksgiving one and stuff like that doesn't really work unless we do like a harvest party for like Middle Earth. And I know that many people do Thanksgiving at different months, at least between like America and Canada, right? We're off by a whole month with that. So, but you know, everyone pretty much does Christmas at the same time. So we'll probably do something like a week before Christmas. We're not going to do it during the vacation where people are going to be gone with family. So just keep that all in mind. And those are fun things that we will be planning in the future. But we will continue to do fun events like this. I want to do a shout out, by the way. Someone gave me this stage, which was very nice. So I'm going to shout it out in the stream for them real quick. Let's see. It was this person right there. It was Garvor is the one that sent me the stage. So that was very nice that he allowed us to borrow this for a while. I know someone in our kinship probably has this stage, but I was looking for this stage because I really wanted it. I don't know if you guys noticed, so I put the for fun for a minute, guys, let's just run around the yard here and check out some stuff. So I put tombstones everywhere in honor of you, Beth. No, I'm just kidding. It's her favorite.
Thank you. I'm glad to see them
we
used.
know it's your favorite. We have a skeleton horse. We have I put a whole graveyard. And then, oh, someone just got to the front door. That's great. They're here. And then also, I have a food area. I didn't say this at the beginning, but I put this here. These are our snacks. We have delicious berries, and we got this is the roleplay part, guys. And we got some delicious fresh meat off the boar. And I got some soup cooking. So those are our snack areas. And then we've got, yeah. And then if you guys notice, the giant fake Momokill skeleton has pumpkins in his eyes because harvest and Halloween. So yes, so there was all my little, and building this, and I put the trebuchet here thinking maybe someone would want like a dragon story or something, but we could use it again later. But yeah, you'd be surprised. This took a long time to make this silly, this stage.
It's wonderful. I took screenshots of this a
month
ago. And
I'm glad you like it.
Because I didn't want to spoil the surprise.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thanks. And I like the skull. I was like, I'm gonna put the skull on top. And then we got the sword of a Belrog back there in the back. But yeah, so we got this stage spot. We also have one in our kinship house, but for some reason there's just like less issues or lag in this housing area, like at my house. So that's why I've been doing events here, and that's why I put the training dummies over there on the left for us, because it just it's really smooth here. So I mean, look how many people are here, and everything's running very nicely with a nice almost 60 frames. All right, so anyway, with that, my friends, there's our little intermission. All right, she is now ready. So, Mr. Hammer, did I pull her back over? Do I need to bring her back in? All right, so I'm going to bring them back over here. We're going to let her do her story. Here she is right here. All right, let me bring this in. All right, you guys, welcome back. Welcome back.
Okay.
All right, so Elfriend, enjoy yourself, relax, have fun. Elfriend has her own lore channel that she does on YouTube as well, just so you guys know. She's a friend of the channel, and she's in our kinship now. So feel free whenever you want to start, Elfriend, or if you need a break or pause or anything, that's just fine. Just let us know. But welcome to go on stage. Would you like more light, Elfriend, or do you want me to leave it dark? Because I can make the light brighter.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe the.
No worries. No rush.
Volume. Yeah.
And Beth, you're gonna finish up our event with your story, okay?
There
So we're gonna leave you.
Yes.
We're leaving Beth for last.
Okay. Yeah.
So when you're ready, you might want to walk up to the stage. You see the stage over there, over to your left, and you can stand on top of the stage.
Oh, here. No. The space, right? Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you like.
Okay. Yeah.
And again, everybody here is having fun just listening, so just enjoy yourself. Have fun doing the story. All right. So there we go. I turned some light on for us. It's a little brighter now.
Okay.
I also got rid of the rain.
Yeah.
All right, the floor is yours, Elfriend. I'm not going to talk. Go have fun.
Okay. The Harvest Festival occurs in the world of Middle-earth every time in October, though each race knows it differently. Each race knows it by a different name. Harvest Festival for hobbits, Harvest Math for men, Autumn Fest for dwarves, Harvest Mirth for elves, everywhere you turn in Middle-earth. The fall season is in full colors. Harvest Festival means harvesting, dancing, drinking, fun games, and trick-or-treating. However, they all have one thing in common. It's to signify the beginning of autumn. It's many people's favorite time of year. Today, however, we'll be discussing how to get there, and later focusing on the two rival leagues, the Inn League and Ale Association. Though, initially, in order to look for quests, I was told to go to Rosa Hornblower in the party tree, which is great, as I could go straight from my house there. I don't need to figure out where to stop first. So I ride to the party tree, then go to her, and she would introduce me to a few quests. While there are quests in Duelon, Thorns Halls, and Bree, most of the quests she showed me were in or around the party tree. I looked around, and there were so many others there. Elves, dwarves, men, hobbits, and bears. And we seem to really get along. Though I don't really like to notice Boffin, honestly, as he always moves around and makes the quest harder and asks me to look for him all the time. He makes me get into the Harvest Mansion, and then I will look for him in the basement, attic, and the cobweb wings, and even Westmead, wherever that is. And I don't really know which version of him I'm gonna get. After I look for him in the basement, it's like I already looked for him, and he's there. Why do I have to look for him 3 more times? Thankfully, there's a free pony ride to Westmead. I wouldn't have been able to get there all the way on my own, since it's about 22 kilometers away from the party tree. Good. It could take a while, and I have quests to fill.
Oh, that's far.
So one of the time quests was the Inn League initiation.
Music's
I
not
would
too loud,
start
right?
the quest by going to an Inn League member. Then he would ask me to drink 6 beers in a minute. That's a lot of beers. It usually takes me 2 tries before I pass. Though sometimes I don't realize I have to talk to them again. The best part about not always passing is that I could try again and again until I pass, figure out the right angle in the process. After I pass this test and talk to the Inn League member, he will direct me to Brockenborns. Again, it usually takes me a while to get there, and also to find the member there. Not to mention, I'll be woozy from 6 beers and stuff to run there and find a member before time's up. But usually, since it's just straight ahead, I'd be able to know where I'm going anyways. The first time I did this, I didn't know I was going to go up the hill. So I saw an Inn League member outside and was puzzled as to why they weren't really up for talking. And time's up. Whoops, I have to try again tomorrow. However, the next time I finally went up that hill and talked to the member, who would tell me to drink 6 more beers in a minute and 30 seconds. Okay, at least that's more time than first time around. Then I'd have to go to Ernwolf in stock. It's really hard to get to that, but I do it. And drink beers in 40 seconds. Then I'd go to the Floating Log Inn in Frogmorn, which is one I usually don't make after that, since I later realized I only have 3 minutes to get there and drink 6 beers. Okay, now I know I get a minute and a half, because it didn't take 6 minutes for me to run from Brockenborns to stock, more like 4.5 minutes. Another thing I noticed that many of my friends and fellow players have horses. How does that work? I guess I could locate the stable masters for now, since I don't have my own horse. Did I miss a memo earlier? It's like having my own car. I didn't have enough mythrils to teleport to these places.
He's drinking through a helmet.
But one thing I did later was to get my own horse. I did the little extra never hurts quest in Mossword, as I could always teleport home at any level and as home to me. Even though, really, I view my new personal home as more of my real home, but that is a different story. The last but not least, I dealt with the quest of troves and trickery. This is my favorite and least favorite part of the festival. Can't live with them, you can't live without them. When I was doing this in Duelon first, I realized that was actually my favorite part, because I could get more points per level up anyway. I didn't need to fight any orcs and goblins to get there. So I had to figure out when, how to emote first, and then find all the other locations where I could trick the people I'm supposed to trick. But I love it. It really showcases the fun of trolling and tricking. But I love seeing the reactions of the townspeople most of all. Probably because, after all, I did have to fight and battle in all those perilous lands, so it's a nice treat to be able to trick them in their hometowns. So that counts for something going right, doesn't it? Yeah, that's it.
That was a cool pipe. Oh,
And I'm going to end there.
Oh yeah, thank you. Awesome. Woohoo! Cool. So that was your adventures of. Thank you, Alfred. So that was the adventures of the In League that you've done. That's very nice. Is that what you title? What's the title? Did you have a title?
Yeah, it's just a Harvest Math Festival. I did have to change some part of my script.
No worries. You did a great job.
characters.
You did a great job. Thank you so much.
Do what John does and stretch it out over several harvest festivals.
Yeah.
Just perfect your storytelling. That's the whole point. We want people to be able to have fun and get up here and do fun stories. Great job, Elfriend. All right, so at this point in our event, we are now going to you can get down, you can sit in the stands with everyone else, Elfriend, and we are now going to have Beth come on up here, and she's going to do her story. Beth is going to be reading it herself. I will not be, so we will just be listening, and I will continue. If you see me walking around, I'm cameraman, so just ignore me. So with that, Beth, I will give you the floor. Have fun.
Very good. All right. Well, unfortunately, to read my story, I have to switch screens. So give me a moment here, and I'll get my tune ready to tell you the story. First, a little dramatic lighting.
Would you like it to be darker? Or do you like it light
This
like
is fine.
All right.
Does it look good? Does it look good from up on the stage?
Yes, it's glowing.
Hopefully you're seeing green.
I am
I'm
seeing
glowing.
green.
And
Is it
of
easy
course,
getting green?
and of course, I have to talk with my hand.
Perfect.
Here we go. I'm talking with my hands now. And now, here we go. Well, John has introduced you to the story of Hooka Crooka. He's been doing this now for 3 years. But there was more to the story than just that. Because after Hooka Crooka was done with all the hobbits, he had an axe to
What's up,
settle,
Dwarven Muss?
a score to settle.
That was good, Elfriend. She did a good job.
So this is the telling of what happened after Stradavartbar told his story. Twas the night before All Hallows. 'Twas the night before All Hallows, and sitting in his room, Stradavartbar sat lost in a desolate gloom. The carved pumpkins flickered with melancholic air, and promised no visit of pies from Holly Hornblower of Hobbington Fair. The ghosts of pies from the past drifted through his sad head, and recalled memories of a love long since gone, and an empty pantry so bare. His heart in its sorrow, and he in his dread, had just settled down with so much left unsaid. Gone were the pies, and yet he thought he heard a strange form of mocking somewhere near his room. When out on the lawn there rose such a clatter, he sprang from his chair to see what was the matter. Away to the window he flew like a flash, and tore through the cobwebs with a frantic dash. The moon, with its sickly and luminous glow, gave a terrible luster to objects below. when what to his petrified soul should appear but a spectral hearse and 8 phantoms of deer. With a skeletal driver so gaunt and so quick, he knew in a moment Hooka Crooka was here. More spectral than shadows, the spirits they came, and he hissed and he shrieked and he called them by name. Now despair, now delirium, now madness and sorrow. On phantasm, on spectre, your curses I borrow. Then to the old rooftop the cadaverous ghouls they flew, and following behind a raven descended, mocking, chanting, no good pies for you. Ka! Stradivar pulled his head in and saw a dark figure descend as he heard a faint moan. Holly Hornblower is dead. This figure, resembling a grim reaper shrouded in tattered black cloth, carried a sack of the last good hobbit pies, while the raven on his doorpost spoke. Ka! No good pies for you. Enraged, Stradivar became his bear no longer contained, struck out at the ghoul and took his sack. He roared and he swiped with the fiendish ghoul fled. Hooka Crooka climbed up the chimney to his waiting hearse, while the raven, still on the doorpost, cawing, "Ah! No more good pies for you!" A massive paw swiped at the mocking raven. Black feathers filled the chamber as the bird flew out of the house, still cawing, "No more good pies for you!" As Hooka Crooka departed with the phantom deer and hearse, a mournful cry could still be heard. "You have taken back your pies, but I will return." Hobbits came rushing from out their homes to see what all the matter, and leading the way was Holly Hornblower. Relieved her pies were returned, she patted the big bear on his nose. A slightly damaged blueberry pie she pulled from the sack to give to Stradivar with thanks. "My pies are returned, and just in time, for there have been none worthy for any hobbits to buy." His pie, now held by human hands, smelled wonderful, but a single black feather on the table was left as he remembered what the ghostly thief had said. Just as he took a bite of the blueberry pie, he heard the mocking caw again and paused, continuing to eat the slice. A horrible taste grew in his mouth. "Ah! No good pies for you!"
Hooray! That was a good, scary story, Beth.
Did I leave you almost...
What? What did you say?
Did I leave you? I'm all speechless.
we were like, was that the end? It sounded like the end. That was good. That was great. Thank you, Beth. All right. Well, so in this part of our event here, real quick, if you don't mind, I'll get back up on stage here. Sadly, I am too short to use the announcing stadium, as you can see, so I'm going to go back on stage. So, my friends, thank you so much to the Kinship who did stories. That was really, really fun. Awesome time. And what we're going to do now is if you have... I see a lot of you already came dressed up with costumes. But what we're going to do to finish up our event, you don't have to join in if you're ready to go. That's totally fine. But we're going to go and do like some of the trick-or-treating event just at our own Kinship house, if you would like. So if you have a costume you can wear, it could be one of the bauble costumes. It could be just your cosmetic costumes. I am obviously in my regular armor, so I'm going to switch over into a scary cosmetic for Halloween here. Give me just a moment to do that. We'll basically have a little walk around our neighborhood for fun. If you'd like to do that, we'll do that for about 15 minutes, and then we'll finish up our event. And in fact, I think what we'll do is we'll walk to our Kinship house, and we will finish on the Kinship house stage, since we're going there. So if you have a cool little bauble you want to use, I am going to be this. I will reveal my true and terrible form. Just kidding, it's not my true form. I'm now the Witch King
I
for
like that.
Halloween. So, everybody, if you would like to, we are going to go ahead and travel around. Let me move this out over here. There we go. All right. I just want to again say thank you to everybody. Beth, great story. John, awesome story. Thank you, Elf Friend, great story. That was really, really fun and awesome. And then if you would like
which
to...
is better, a great story or an awesome story?
I don't know. I think they're about the same. So if you guys would like to vote for which of these stories you liked as a crowd favorite, I'm going to put up a poll right after I end the stream. So right this second. But it will be in the channel of... Just so everyone knows where it is. I'm going to show it on stream here, and I will also tell you in Discord. It'll be in the text channel right here. The giveaway event names temporary channel. I'm going to probably rename it a little bit, but it's going to be right there at the top, right above Not Ready for Rohan Tuesdays in the chat. I'm going to drop the poll right here in this chat channel. Okay, just so you guys all know where it is. I'll drop that right after the stream. I'll put our names on there, and you can vote for which story was your favorite. It's not saying that like you like one better than the other. Well, that is what it's saying. But basically, which one you enjoyed the most for fun. It's just mainly for fun with that. I didn't want to do a lot of super like reward. I just wanted people to have fun, get up on the stage, and be able to do a story. So that was great. I'm glad everybody did. So with that, guys, we're gonna have a little fun. We're just gonna kind of walk around to our Kinship house. So again, I'm gonna do my scary walk here. No, I'm not gonna walk this slow the whole way. I tell you that right now. But let's go ahead and just walk over here through the gravestones. Would you guys like to take a screenshot right here with everyone who came in person? Just right here.
Are we going to tiptoe through the gravestones?
Just go around me. Just everybody stand around me, and I'll take a screenshot of everybody. And if you're right behind me, I won't see you. So like, I'm gonna close my camera off here for a second. We'll get there we go. That's good. That's perfect. There we go. Make yourself. That's beautiful. I love the pumpkin and the cats. That is just perfect. Oh my gosh. All right, screenshot that. Let's make sure we don't lose the cats here. All right. And screenshot. And let's do one a little lower so we can see everybody. Screenshot. And I'll get some names. There we go. That's everybody who was here today. All right. Beautiful. Awesome. You guys look awesome. All right. Great job, guys. That was very fun. All right. So let's go ahead and we'll start our walk, our trick-or-treat event here. And again, John, does anyone have to pick up... You have to pick up a quest to do the trick-or-treat thing ahead of time? I forget.
You don't
Is that
have
something?
to, but you can.
Oh, okay. All right. So we should just be able to click the things and use them?
Unfortunately, the NPCs for the quests are not in the premium homesteads, only in the classic ones.
Oh, okay. So we might need to do a little travel. Do we have to do that ahead before we can use them at the Kinship house for those who haven't?
Well, again, you don't have to have the quest in order to take the candy.
Oh,
You just
okay.
have
All
to have a
right.
costume.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Are the costumes like what I'm using right now?
Actually, this
The baubles?
tune doesn't have the pumpkin or the
Oh,
ghostly
that's
cat.
all right. Well, let's just walk together for fun so you guys can all just be a part of it. I love the pumpkin, the scary pumpkin, by the way, that you guys have that's walking. That is so cool. Where'd you guys get that?
That's the pumpkin Huron. That was new for this year.
Oh, okay,
You can
okay.
get that with tokens.
All right. Very cool. Someone has a thunderous boar. All right, so we're just going to continue down the road
sounds like
here.
it could be duck.
Oh, thank you. Shylah sent a happy Halloween and have a blessed all Souls Day. Yeah. Thank you, Shylah. Now my room is going to turn gold. I passed a couple folks earlier in Sanford with a pumpkin head costume. Now, Beth, did you say you had one at your house? Did you want us to walk up to your house for a second?
Yep, there's a mat. There's a doormat there. Duck, did you put one out?
Do you guys all know where her house is in the neighborhood? You should follow Be On Top of Me if you don't. I'm the very scary Nazgul.
Zollin, just a reminder, I'm sure that some of the folks know this already, but in the Kinship house, in the dining hall, we have all 8 of the doormats. So if you just want to get the candy in order to get the quests done quickly or do the deeds, that's a really efficient place to do it. Not as much fun as going from house to house, but quick and
Yeah,
efficient.
if you just want to get it done. Yeah, thank you, John. I appreciate you putting them there, too. That was very helpful. All right, everybody,
That
up
is
the
helpful.
mountain pass. So, that
John,
was...
did you put a doormat out? Sorry, Zola.
I think he... No, you're good. I think he put all of them in our Kinship house, unless he has more.
I have more. I have my doormats, and I also have a full set inside my house as well.
Nice, nice. So I was going to
He
say...
likes the whole chocolate private.
Yeah, exactly. What I was going to say is to keep in mind for housing areas, we do try to, like, we have a little list I put out in the Discord, and I give, like, recommended neighborhoods where we, like, some of us have picked houses or Kinship houses, just so you kind of, like, can be together. You do not have to follow that in our Kinship. You can pick wherever you want, but I just want everybody to know it's a thing, so you don't go, oh, no, I bought my house and set it all up for 40 hours, and now I just found out I could have bought in the same neighborhood as everybody else. So, as you can see right now, we walk straight from my house to Beth's, and we can walk straight from Beth's to our Kinship house. So, now this particular neighborhood is full, but we picked a secondary neighborhood for this area if you want to stick with other members of our Kinship. We do have a lot of members now, so we
Feel
fill up
free to go in
neighborhoods.
the house and look around.
Oh, cool. This looks
There are
great.
little surprises throughout.
This is awesome. All right, so where the doormat is right inside the trick-or-treat mat, or?
Oh, I
I like-
thought I put it out. I'm so sorry. I thought I put it out.
Oh, no worries. This is awesome. Our knight right now is Gollum. Our knight in shining armor. This is awesome. I love how you did this, Beth. It's really great use of your space.
I think I even had more coffins here in my storage.
Very cool.
Ah, here's one.
But yeah, if you guys have questions later about housing areas like that, just talk to us in Discord. Even if this is you see this 6 months later, we'll have all that info still in Discord. Oh, this is cool. You got like a little like thing up here. Ooh, this bull like sings? Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Whoa. It's a singing bull, guys. Can you all hear it, or is it just, like, obviously the stream can, but it's not the whole housing area, right? It's just me?
No, it should be the housing area.
Oh, so you guys all can hear I just turned it on?
There you go. I've got marshmallows out on the doorpost.
That's really pretty.
Doorstep now. Yeah, I got a goat eating
Oh.
my pipeweed.
Yeah, it is the whole area because I hear it happening twice now. It's like playing on top of it. Don't click it more. It'll turn into
We have a sleepy pig over here.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna collect my marshmallow. All right, there we go. I collected
And
my
make sure you
marshmallow.
go to the basement. Go down to the basement.
Oh, okay. In the house. All right, everybody in the house.
To the basement.
Oh, is it gonna let me? Oh, can I not go in with a costume? Oh, there
Should
it
be
goes.
able to.
There we go. It was just taking a while to load. I might have turned the...
Us taller models have a hard time.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Oh, cool.
I think everybody's trying to go through at the same time.
Yeah, it's probably just loading. Oh, this is cool. I like your house. All right, well, danger. Go down. Oh, it says danger, though, Beth. You sure we're supposed to get out here?
Oh, yeah. Go on down.
Oh, cool. You got...
It's Beth's Bat Cave.
Yeah, exactly.
We have, I have my office. We have our different bedrooms.
Very nice.
Yes, and then
Yeah, I love it. You can see, like, goblins
one
back there or
closet I
something.
kept.
Or dwarves. Dwarves mining, but it's probably goblins.
And if
I like
you
how-
look way close, you can see the entrance to Goblin Towns over there.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, our houses have different spots in the mountain. Mine doesn't have the cool, scary
I
view
also
of
have
darkness.
various audio books throughout the house.
Very nice.
You're always welcome to come and listen
When
to
the
the
great,
story.
mighty, and
Ooh.
inimitable Lord
Somebody
Sauron
turned one on.
first
Don't turn them all
laid
on, guys.
claim
Just
to
leave
the
one.
lands of Mordor. He didst reshape the slopes of Orodruin and form Samathnawa, the chambers of fire. Deep in
All right, guys, let's
Samathnawa,
go ahead and
amongst
I'll go
the
back
fire
outside
and
when
the
you're done.
dark, in the forge of his own devising, the Dark Lord
This is cool, Beth.
wrought the One Ring. The one to rule all others. Long in sight,
Don't jump off the
deep
cliff
in
now.
cunning, did he don the One Ring, and with his newfound power made war against the elves, and therein seized the
Of course,
9
you all saw the
rings
elf
and the
shrine up
7.
there.
Then to rule.
It's very cool. All right,
Open well.
so let's all group back up at the front of Beth's house here at the gate, and we're gonna walk over to our kinship house here, and we'll go to the doormats there. I didn't show you inside my house because as much as I gloriously worked on my front yard for the training dummies and for the stage, my house is not decorated since since this movie. I gotta work on it though. All right, so we're all here at the gate. Come on, let's we'll start walking together. All right, you ready, dear Corey? Let's go, guys. We'll start walking. Follow the race. So pretty much, guys, just go to the kinship house. We'll meet up there.
We'll go past Dwight's Tigers.
Yes.
I don't know.
This is a pretty-
Did Tiger come on tonight?
I'm not sure. When the Rivendell neighborhood comes out, I know, Beth, we're gonna talk about this, but we'll make a recommended spot once Beth and we all talk about it. I don't think that's gonna. I think it's gonna be a while though, Beth. I think we probably have like 7 months. That's my guess.
I thought they were going to bring it out this year, but I agree with you. I don't think they intend to bring it out.
I
at
think
least
they
after the
decided
next expansion.
after the expansion. So I would say maybe not 7 months, but like maybe like 3 months, 3 or 4. Probably like at least 2 months after the expansion's released is my guess.
Hang a right, then hang another
right.
left. Unless you want to go. Do you want to go to John's place?
We could go to John's place. John, is yours right here? I lost John.
You have
Oh, there he
to
is.
Go through the little town here.
All right, let's still go that way because we can get to our kinship house this way anyway.
Daniels is the one that we were headed towards.
Well, he doesn't have anything now, so.
My house is back next to his.
And if you need your VIP rewards,
Hey,
here's
if
Wendy.
anybody needs, yep, if you need VIP rewards, you can get it from her. Technically, John and I are next door neighbors, but I'm a little farther back up.
Next
if
door.
You've ever wondered
Whoa.
where all the lights went.
Whoa. Mr. Hammer likes his giant lion statues. Oh, whoa, the
John's house
sound.
is bigger
Too
than
bad they're
mine.
not
He
bears.
That's pretty cool. All right, everybody, get your trick or treat. Get your jam tarts. It sounds like I'm saying something bad. You jam tart. Just kidding. Just kidding. Oh my gosh.
If you go into this door and then go to the right, you'll find some more.
All right, I think we'll finish at the Kinship house though, unless you wanted us to come in, John. We can come in. Let's look.
At all these maps.
Let's look at. Oh yeah, so Mr. Hammer has them all in here too. If you guys want to get them, but we'll go finish up at the Kinship house. But you can get them here. We've got apple goblins. We got licorice twists. We got what is this? Mad
I don't think it's
Baggins
gonna
gold.
let me take any more.
All right, we got
I did
marshmallows.
my deed last year.
Mint turtles, classic for our turtle squad. Ent bark. The names are actually like hilarious. I like want to make this now, like in real life, and just call it that, and just try to like make a recipe. All right, there we go. I think I did them all. So does that mean I think I picked them all up? Cool. Thank you, Mr. Hammer. All right, let's go ahead and move to our Kinship house, guys, to finish up.
Alliance.
I know. This is
Okay,
awesome,
just hang
Mr.
on,
Hammer.
hang right.
This is so many. All right, so when you come back out Mr. Hammer's front gate here, just go right, go up the hill. And we will get back to our main Kinship house at High Lane Way. Or, excuse me, High Lawn.
Just keep to your left. Keep to your left.
Keep right.
Now if you cross the bridge, go right.
Hearing duck. Ba-dunk-a-dunk-ba-dunk-a-dunk.
You're slow, Beth.
I am not.
All right. Don't. I like how you get a debuff.
I'm
Don't
just
be
on my
greedy.
ward, that's why I'm beating everyone.
That's so funny.
John, where does the bear statue go?
Well, that was fun, guys.
Anywhere
Thank you
it
for being
wants
here
to.
for the stream, everybody. Hopefully you had a good time. I did. Home of Voice of the Rings, we're here. It's a rainy day. I love the rain, so I'm not complaining. All right. And again, if you are in the Kinship, don't forget you can trigger the little piggy pen, and you can also trigger the small stable. And the crafting is all put
Now you get
inside
to
that
listen to
barn.
Christmas music.
Yep.
Yay!
Prelude for the next next
Yeah,
festival.
for our next events, yeah. Of course, we'll have lots of events in between, but our next big, like, party, social gathering. All right. They're all the way upstairs. Follow the red carpets if you don't know how to get to the top. That's why I did the red carpets the way I did.
That was a very smart idea.
I got lost the first few times I came in this house. I was like, we're not letting other people get lost. You just follow the red carpets, and they're actually in the room right next to our main stage room. If you guys are still in game and you just want to like finish up the stream with me after you do this, we'll finish in the main room here, up here with the stage inside the house, in the Kinship house.
Where does this go?
Delicious. Seems Duck is eating away. Duck, you look pretty cool in that outfit. What is that? The basic Mordor orc. You don't look like an orc. You're sus. All right, guys, we're gonna finish over here in the stage room. Welcome to the stage inside our Kinship house, which we've really not used yet. This will be the first official use of the stage, and it will literally just be us finishing up. There's a kitchen right over there that I've set up, snacks and events. This is our inside stage that, again, took me a very long time to figure out how to build this thing. It's a bunch of pieces that I put together. All right, my friends. Well, with that, I will conclude our Campfire story event. Scary, spooky stories for Halloween. I want to thank everybody for being here today. Let me go into my normal mode here so I'm not a scary-looking monster, even though it's cool. All right. Yeah, so anyway, that will finish up our event. It was very fun. Thank you for being here today, you guys. Everyone for being a part of the stream, the Discord call. Thanks so much. I'm going to finish up the stream on my end. If you wants to say bye in Discord, you can. But thank you so much, my kinship. That was fun. We'll do this again next year. I don't know. I don't know if it'll be the exact same date, but we'll find out. But we got lots more coming, and keep in mind the new expansion falls in December. So we're going to be doing lots of things. We will be planning events to level together, and then it'll be really fun because we'll have such a huge group of people to all play together. It's going to be, I mean, there's probably about 60 people in our kinship that play like almost every other day, and then I think close to almost 80 to 100 that get on at least once every 2 weeks. So it's pretty awesome. So I appreciate everyone's support, and we'll continue to have fun. And again, before I forget, I'll say it here where you guys can still hear me in Discord. We are recruiting. We do accept new members. We're on the server Glamdring. We don't bug people, but if you'd like to join us, please join the Discord. I leave it in a link in the description of the video, or you can just join our Discord by going to thevoiceoftherings.com. My social medias, I got the main Voice of the Rings Discord, and just apply in our kinship tab there, and then one of our officers or me will talk to you. So again, like Mr. Hammer's title says, he's always happy to help. All right, so and thank you, Beth, so much for your story and for helping lead the event. All right, that's it for me here in Discord. Cheers, everyone. I will see you guys in a minute. I will hop back in to talk with you, but let me finish the stream. You guys can dance or whatever you want to do. But everyone's free to go if you gotta go. All right, my friends. Well, thank you for being here, guys, in the stream. Let me bring back up the stream chat so you guys can actually see the chat here. There we go. I kind of forgot about that. Sorry. I guess we weren't really talking anyway. What's up, Jason? I'm right next to you, the elf. Cheers. Anyway, cheers, you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks to my patrons for their support of my channel, Elraandor and Red for being Royal Guard, and a Holland's Company member. You guys are the best. I'm sorry about the burp. I don't know where that came from. It always drives me crazy, because then it gets recorded forever. All right. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Have a good one. Thanks for all the storytellers. You did a great job. And we will see you guys in the next events of Voice of the Rings and Kinship events. Baruch Hazakusar, I menu. No matter your service and your families, as always. Stay happy, my friends. I'll see you in the next ones. And it is such a blessing and fun thing to have such a great community here of a kinship. And we have it's a fun symbiotic relationship between my channel here and the community of the channel, and then my kinship in game and LOTRO. They are separate things, but also we work together to do fun events like this. Because then I can advertise it for fun and keep a cool documentary record of our events, right, for everyone else to see and have fun. And of course, then it also tells people, hey, come join our kinship, come have fun. Again, server Glamdring. See you guys. Have a great day in Middle Earth. Stay happy. By the way, if you're on any server, you're welcome in the Discord and in the community of Voice of the Rings. Welcome to join the Discord and hang out too, of course. See you soon.